Welcome to Galactic Tales YT, where the world of science fiction comes to life through powerful stories, emotional journeys, and breathtaking adventures across the stars. They gave a blind human the ugly, alien bride. They thought he'd never know. They came without a warning. They thought humans would break. They forgot we bend, but we fight back harder. The first sign wasn't the sky. It was the silence. No birds, no wind. No machines, just stillness, and then came the hum. Low, mechanical, wrong. Over Elysian 7, a beautiful human colony at the edge of the galaxy, the clouds tore apart as a shadow fell across the city. People stopped, looked up, held their breath. It wasn't a storm, it was a ship, black, sharp-edged, shaped like a blade, but it wasn't one of ours. Commander Grayson Hawk was drinking tea on his porch miles outside the city when his AI assistant blinked red. Alert, unknown orbital entry. No identification codes, no response to hails. He stood slowly, eyes narrowing. How big? Over 3 kilometers. Grayson didn't speak. He just turned, walked into his home, and opened the old trunk at the foot of his bed. Inside, armor. He hadn't worn in 12 years, a pulse rifle, and a medal he never looked at. Today, he'd need them all. The ship didn't speak. It didn't ask questions. It just attacked. First the communication tower, then the power grid, then the spaceport. Precision strikes. Military targets. No mercy. Within 10 minutes, the colony's sky turned orange. Panic spread. Screams echoed in every direction. Grayson arrived in a transport truck already filled with wounded. Smoke stung his eyes as he jumped out and ran toward the center of the city. Soldiers, medics, civilians, all in chaos. "Who's leading defense?" he shouted. No answer. He took command. "Get those people underground. Form a perimeter around Sector 12. Use drones, mines, everything we've got." "But sir..." "We're not surrendering," Grayson barked. "We're surviving." The aliens finally landed. And they were not what anyone expected. Tall, armored, some with claws, some with glowing weapons that cut through steel like paper. Their language was unknown. Their movements were terrifying. But Grayson didn't flinch. He stood in the middle of the street, pulse rifle aimed, armor cracked but ready. "Line up, boys," he said, voice calm. "Time to show them why you don't mess with humans." The first wave hit hard. Explosions tore through buildings. Pulse blasts melted walls. The alien soldiers were faster, stronger, and outnumbered the defenders. But humans fought dirty. Trapped mines hidden under rubble. Booby-trapped drones, acid rounds, and improvised EMPs. For every human who fell, 3 aliens went down with them. As night fell, Grayson pulled an injured teenage girl from the wreckage. Her leg was broken. She clutched a toy in one hand and blood in the other. "They said we'd be safe here," she whispered. Grayson met her eyes. "Not safe," he said softly, "but strong." Near midnight, the defenders captured a strange alien. Alive. Grayson approached the creature, its limbs bound, its breathing harsh. "You're going to tell me why you came," he growled. The alien looked up, eyes glowing like fire. And it smiled. "You're blind," it hissed. "Your kind is blind." Grayson's eyes narrowed. "We see enough to fight. You were a myth. We thought your race was gone, weak, forgotten." "Well," Grayson said, cocking his rifle, "we're not. And we're angry." Just before sunrise, Grayson climbed the half-destroyed tower at the heart of the colony and sent a distress signal into the stars. "This is Commander Grayson Hawk of Elysian 7. We were attacked by an unknown alien force, thousands dead, city burning. But we're still here." He paused, looked out at the smoldering ruins and the people still standing. "You messed with humans," he said coldly. "Bad move." The broken treaty, the message from Commander Grayson Hawk spread across human space like wildfire. Every colony, every station, every military channel repeated the same horrifying words. "Elysian 7 is burning." Unknown alien race. Thousands dead. We need help. The Earth Council held an emergency session in Geneva Tower. Leaders of 50 human worlds argued, shouted, panicked. Some demanded peace. Some demanded war. Some demanded silence. But one truth filled the room. The age of peace was over. On a secure channel, the Council attempted something desperate, contacting the Zarkali fleet. A hologram crackled to life. A towering Zarkali warlord, armor of bone and metal, eyes like red ice, stared at the Council. "We come to negotiate," the human delegate said. "We request a ceasefire." The warlord tilted his head slowly. "No negotiation," he replied. "We can offer peace. No peace. What do you want?" The Zarkali leaned closer until his burning eyes filled the hologram. "Extinction." Then he ended the call. The entire council chamber went silent. The treaty was dead before it even began. The galaxy reacts within 24 hours. The Martian Republic activated its old war factories, Jupiter's Ganymede. Academy recalled every cadet Earth's Fifth Fleet left orbit and vanished into slip-space human civilians across the colonies lined up for shelters. Food blocks and weapons for the first time in 70 years. Humanity remembered what war felt like, and they were afraid. Grayson's discovery back on Elysian 7. Grayson interrogated the captured alien again. The alien, though injured, seemed amused. "You don't understand," it hissed. "We watched humanity for centuries. We waited. Now we return to finish what we started." Grayson clenched his jaw. "Why now?" The alien didn't blink. "Because the signal was heard. Because your kind is evolving. Because humans are not what they once were." Grayson froze. "What signal? What evolution?" The alien smiled, a slow, cruel smile. "You will find out. And when you do, you will fear yourselves more than us." The betrayal. Earth attempted one last diplomatic move. A peace envoy. Sent into Zarkali territory under white flag protection. The envoy ship never returned. Hours later, the Zarkali broadcast a live transmission across all human frequencies. The peace delegates, unarmed diplomats, were shown executed on their knees, their ship burning behind them. The Zarkali commander's voice thundered, "Humans talk of peace. We answer with truth. There is no peace with cattle. Only slaughter." All human worlds watched. Some screamed. Some cried. Most went silent. In that moment, humanity understood. This was not a conflict. This was extermination. And something inside the human race snapped. The counter-strike Grayson gathered survivors in the underground bunker. "We cannot run anymore," he said. "We fight or we disappear from the universe." A young soldier asked, "But how?" "We don't have enough ships. Enough guns. Enough anything," Grayson replied. "Humans don't win because we're the strongest. We win because we refuse to lose." He spread strange alien schematics across the table. Schematics from the crashed Zarkali fighter they shot down. "This tech is old," Grayson said. "Older than them. Someone else built it. Someone even the Zarkali feared." The bunker went silent. A mystery. A threat. A chance. "Find out who built this," Grayson ordered. "Because if the Zarkali fear them, maybe that's a weapon we can use." Ending suspense. That night, Grayson stood alone above the ruins of the city, staring at the burning horizon. Humanity wanted peace, but peace was murdered. Now there was only war. Suddenly, his wrist comm lit up, a hidden message, encrypted, no sender. No signature, just 6 chilling words. "They are coming for Earth next." Grayson's heart turned cold. "The resistance rises, humans don't fall in line. Humans rise, always." The emergency lights glowed red across the hidden bunker on Elysian 7. Everyone was asleep, everyone except Commander Grayson Hawk. He stared at the encrypted warning. On his wrist comm for the 100th time, "They are coming for Earth next." Then boom, the bunker doors shook violently. Dust rained from the ceiling. Screams echoed from the lower floors. The Zarkali had found them. Grayson grabbed his rifle and sprinted toward the blast doors as they began to melt from enemy plasma. "Positions!" he shouted. "Protect the civilians! No retreat!" But as the wall exploded inward and alien troops stormed the bunker, Grayson realized something horrifying. They weren't here to destroy. They were here to capture. And that meant only one thing. The Zarkali needed something from humanity. Something they feared. The spark of resistance. The defenders fought like demons in the dark halls of the bunker. Blood, smoke, and fire filled the underground corridors. Grayson ordered a final fallback. "Seal the inner doors behind us. Get the children to the escape tunnels." A soldier yelled through the chaos, "Sir, we can't hold them!" Grayson stepped into the hallway, blocking it with his body. "You don't need to." "I will." He fired non-stop, refusing to move even as alien blades and plasma bolts tore through the smoke around him. His voice roared over the comm. "All surviving units, escape and regroup." "I'll buy you time." His fate was sealed, or so he thought. Because at the last second, a beam of white light ripped through the bunker roof. A teleport extraction. Grayson vanished in a flash. The aliens stared in shock. Someone else had taken him. The Hidden Fleet Grayson woke on a sleek ship surrounded by unfamiliar humans in black armor. A woman with silver streaks in her hair approached. "Commander Hawk," she said. "Welcome to the Ghost Fleet." Grayson stared through the observation window. Hundreds of ships floated in dark space, silent, unmarked, unseen by any official human records. "Who are you people?" he asked. "We are the ones preparing for the war your leaders feared," she replied. "Humanity has been lied to for decades." She introduced herself. "Captain Lysandra Vale, leader of the Ghost Fleet, a secret human force built in hidden shipyards, far from Earth's politics. The Council wanted peace," she said coldly. "But peace is an illusion. We knew this war was coming." Grayson stepped closer. "You knew about the Zarkali." "Yes, and something worse." The human traitor Lysandra projected a hologram, a council member. A human. Counselor Merrick Rowan, smiling, shaking hands with a Zarkali warlord. Grayson's blood went cold. "He made a deal?" Grayson muttered. Lysandra nodded. "He promised them access to human space. In exchange, he would rule whatever was left of humanity. The envoy you saw killed? Rowan leaked their location. The broken treaty wasn't just alien betrayal. It was human betrayal, too." Grayson clenched his fists. "Then he dies," Lysandra nodded. "And after that, the Zarkali." The mystery that changes everything. The Ghost Fleet scientists brought Grayson to a vault. Inside lay a piece of ancient alien technology, the same design as the crashed Zarkali ship. "We found this decades ago," Lysandra said. "The Zarkali didn't invent their own power. They stole it." Grayson stared at the glowing core. "Stole it from who?" "We don't know," she whispered. "But there is one word burned into its memory banks." The core pulsed and projected a symbol with a single alien word: Echo. Grayson took a step back. "What is Echo?" "We don't know," Lysandra answered. "But the Zarkali fear it. That means it might be the only thing that can save us." Ending suspense. High tension. Ending. Alarms suddenly blared through the Ghost Fleet flagship. "Incoming slipspace signatures." A crewman shouted. "Zarkali warships dropping out of FTL, directly on top of us." "How did they find us?" Lysandra shouted. Grayson already knew. Counselor Rowan. The traitor wasn't finished. Lysandra turned to Grayson. "Commander, we need you." "Will you fight with the Ghost Fleet?" Grayson picked up a rifle and smiled darkly. "Tell the Zarkali something for me." He walked toward the hangar, armor locking into place. "The humans are done running." Secrets of the Echo Core. They thought they had stolen everything that made us powerful. They didn't know we hadn't even started unlocking it yet. Mysterious, gripping, cinematic. The alien tech was not responding. The Echo Core sat in the center of the Ghost Fleet lab, floating, humming, glowing faint blue. Dozens of human scientists had studied it for years, but today something changed. The hum shifted. It pulsed. "Like a heartbeat." "Step back," said Captain Lysandra Vale. But Commander Grayson Hawk didn't move. He felt it. The pull. Not like a machine calling him, but like something alive. Waiting for someone. Waiting for him. He reached out. His fingers touched the surface, and the world exploded into light. Grayson's vision, he wasn't in the lab anymore. Grayson stood in a vast black space filled with stars, but they weren't stars. They were memories. He could feel them. Human wars, alien empires, lost civilizations, betrayals, victories, destruction. A voice echoed inside his mind. You were not the first. You will not be the last, but you are the awakening, Grayson gasped. Who are you? I am what remains of the first builders. The Zarkali were once our slaves. Now, they wear stolen power like a crown. The light faded. He was back in the lab. The scientist stared at him, stunned. You were inside it. One whispered. Grayson stepped back, eyes wide. The Echo Core. It's not technology, he said. It's memory. The reveal. What Echo really is. Lysandra brought Grayson to the central command deck. What did you see? She asked. Not a weapon, Grayson replied. A warning. He explained everything. The Echo Core was a living memory bank, left by an ancient species called the First Builders, a race so advanced they shaped entire galaxies. The Zarkali had rebelled against them, killed them, stole their power, but not all of it, Grayson said. Some of their creations survived, some are hidden across the stars, and now the Core had chosen him to find the rest. Zarkali strike. Ghost Fleet ambush. Before they could react, a warning siren screamed. Incoming, shouted a crew member. Zarkali ships dropping from slip space. Direct hit trajectory. On the view screen, 5 massive Zarkali destroyers, followed by a ship even Ghost Fleet had never seen. Smooth, silent, black as night. No windows. No heat signature. What the hell is that? Lysandra whispered. Something worse than a warship, Grayson said. That's a Reaper-class Warden. The Zarkali use it when they don't want survivors. The fight that changes everything. The Ghost Fleet launched into defense. Fighter ships scrambled. Cannons lit up space. ECM drones jammed enemy sensors, but the Reaper didn't fire. It just moved silently toward them, absorbing damage, untouchable. Weapons have no effect, a tech yelled. It's using some kind of energy absorption field. Lysandra looked at Grayson. You said the Echo Core has memory. Does it have answers? Grayson turned to the glowing core. If it does, then it's time it shared. He pressed both hands to it. Echo awakens. The core exploded with light, projecting a 3D map of the galaxy. Stars, systems, ancient ruins. It highlighted 7 locations marked in golden symbols. These are the seeds, a voice said in Grayson's mind. Echo tech, buried and locked. Find them. Or fall. Then, boom, the Reaper-class ship finally fired. One Ghost Fleet cruiser exploded in seconds. Screams filled the bridge. Grayson stared into the star map. Send it to every human ship, he ordered. They need to know. The war just got bigger. A human first, terrifying the Zarkali. Grayson turned back toward the window. I want to speak to the enemy, he said. They don't answer calls. Lysandra replied. They will now. The Ghost Fleet projected a signal directly at the Zarkali ship. Grayson stood before the camera. Armor cracked, eyes cold. You thought we were weak. You thought you could burn our colonies and break our spirits. But you made one mistake. He leaned closer to the camera. You woke something ancient inside us. And now we've remembered who we really are. The last thing the Zarkali saw before the signal cut was the Echo Core glowing behind him. Ending suspense. Massive stakes. That night, in a quiet war room, Lysandra stood beside Grayson. There are 7 Echo Seeds, she said, spread across deep space. Half in Zarkali. The betrayer's face. The worst enemies aren't always alien. Sometimes they wear your flag. Tension, intrigue, emotional burn. A black shuttle landed quietly on Earth. No escort. No press, only shadows. Commander Grayson Hawk stepped out, armor dull from battle, scars visible. A faint blue glow from the Echo Core shard now embedded in his wrist. He was no longer just a soldier. He was something more. But today, he came back home to hunt a traitor. Inside the United Earth Council tower, smiles masked secrets. Councillor Merrick Rowan stood behind the glass podium, speaking to millions. Let us remember the cost of peace. Let us stay united. Behind him, a monument rose, names of the fallen from Elysian 7 etched in steel. But Grayson knew the truth. Rowan caused those deaths, and today, Grayson was going to expose him. The whispered warning, Commander Hawk, whispered a soft voice. Grayson turned. A woman, young, pale, nervous. "Not military. My name is Aaron Velis. I'm an intern. And I found something." She handed him a data drive. Rowan's personal logs. "I copied them. Why?" Grayson asked. Aaron glanced around. "Because I heard what you said on the Ghost Fleet signal." "I believe you. I think he's planning worse." The file that changes everything, Grayson inserted the drive into his ARM console. The echo shard instantly decrypted it. A hidden audio file began to play, Rowan's voice cold and calculated. "Let the Zarkali take the border colonies. Earth will survive. Let the weak burn. So we remain in power." Next file. Video grainy footage of Rowan shaking hands with a Zarkali warlord. On Earth soil. Another video. Rowan. "Once the Echo Core is captured, eliminate Commander Hawk. He's a relic. And worse, he's starting to evolve." The assassination attempt, the lights flickered. "Run," Grayson told Aaron. "What?" But it was too late. The hallway behind them exploded. Soldiers in black armor poured in. Earth soldiers, not Zarkali, but they weren't there to protect. They were there to kill Grayson. He fought like fire through dry grass, his reflexes faster. His strength unnatural. The echo inside him was growing stronger. He moved through the attackers like a storm, breaking armor, crushing weapons. Blood hit the White Council walls, but then a pulse grenade. He was hit. The world turned dark. The interrogation room. Grayson woke chained to a chair, bleeding, half-conscious. Across from him sat Counselor Rowan. "No cameras here, Commander," Rowan said calmly. "No echo tech. Just two men." Grayson smiled with a bloodied lip. "Then let's talk." Rowan leaned forward. "You don't understand the big picture. We can't win this war, so you sold us out?" Grayson hissed. "I preserved what I could," Rowan snapped. "The outer colonies were already lost." "No," Grayson growled. "You gave them away before the first shot was fired." Rowan stood. "You're not a hero, Grayson. You're a fossil. A glitch." Suddenly, the wall behind them shattered inward. A silver blur entered the room, tall, graceful, eyes glowing. Not human. Not Zarkali. She moved like light and shadow, and she was not alone. Introducing Elin, the survivor of a lost race. Grayson blinked as the female alien cut his chains. "Name's Elin," she said. "You called," Echo answered. Her skin shimmered like liquid silver. Her voice carried truth and sadness. "I was the last of my kind." "Until you touched the core. What do you mean?" Grayson asked. "You're no longer fully human, Grayson Hawk," she said softly. "You carry our echo now. You are one of us." Behind her, the walls glowed faintly, symbols from the Echo Core lighting up on their own. "I sensed your pain," Elin said. "Your anger, your fire." She reached out, her fingers brushing his chest. "And I've come to fight beside you. Back to the stars, the rising resistance. They escaped Earth that night, Aaron." The brave intern joined them. Grayson, Elin, Lysandra, the Ghost Fleet. And across human space, people began to whisper, "There's a commander who cannot be killed. There's a woman made of stars." And together, they're building something. A new resistance. One that won't bow to traitors. Or monsters. Or fate. Ending suspense. War for the forgotten stars. The stars had forgotten us. Until we reminded them what humans are made of. Suspense, visuals, emotional tension. The planet Kalos 5 was silent. Black clouds hung low. Ash drifted through the air like snow. Every city burned. Every mountain cracked. The world was dead. Orbiting above it, a new ship waited. Not Zarkali, not human. Something worse. A vessel the size of a small moon. Smooth. Silent. Not even the stars reflected off its surface. Inside its core, a creature whispered. "Target, Earth, prepare, the World Eater." The call to War Commander Grayson Hawk stood before the Resistance Fleet, a growing armada of human rebels, Ghost Fleet ships, Echo-marked vessels, and exiled alien allies. Behind him, Elin, the silver-skinned survivor of the first builders, watched silently. The briefing room was packed. Everyone was waiting. Grayson raised his voice. The Zarkali thought we'd stay broken. They thought fear would keep us silent, but fear is fuel, and now we burn it into fire. A cheer rose, but he wasn't done. There's a ship coming, a world eater, a weapon made to erase planets, and it's heading for Earth. Silence. Then, "What do we do, sir?" someone asked. Grayson stepped forward. "We go first." Flash strike, the first human counterattack the EA. Resistance fleet jumped through echo-aligned slipspace tunnels, secret paths the Zarkali couldn't detect. Their target, a Zarkali weapons facility, hidden inside a dying star. The battle began with silence, then chaos. Human fighters zipped through radiation storms. Echo-powered shields shimmered with energy never seen before. Zarkali warships scrambled to respond, but it was too late. Grayson's personal ship, the Phoenix, broke straight through the enemy lines. His voice echoed through every comm channel. "This is for Elysian 7. For every colony you burned, and for every star you tried to steal, they destroyed the facility." But the cost was high. 6 ships lost, dozens dead, and they hadn't stopped the World Eater. The truth about Echo back aboard the fleet's mobile command station. Elin took Grayson to a sealed chamber, one only the Echo Core could open. Inside, glowing relics, ancient maps, and the skeleton of something. Not quite alien, not quite human. Grayson stared. "What am I becoming?" Elin's voice was quiet. "Something new," she explained. The first builders weren't just one race. They were hybrids, born from worlds who dared to unite. Echo isn't just tech. It's the genetic memory of evolution, coded into the stars. When you touched the core, it awakened a path that hasn't existed for 10,000 years. Grayson looked at his reflection. His veins glowed faintly blue. His eyes had changed, sharper, deeper. "I'm changing," he whispered. Elin nodded. "And you're not the only one." The first fusionat, a secret medical bay, doctors revealed shocking data. Human children born near echo signals were showing signs of accelerated mental development. One child spoke 6 alien languages by age 2. Another stopped a plasma round mid-air using only thought. Grayson watched the footage. "These kids? They're weapons?" Elin shook her head. "No, they're the future." Grayson understood. The Zarkali didn't fear humans because we fought hard. They feared us because we could become more. The final move Admiral, Lysandra Vale, returned from a recon mission. Her face was pale. "They've deployed the World Eater," she said. "It's on the move, heading straight for Earth." Silence fell across the command deck. Elin stepped forward, "Then we intercept it, before it gets close." "How?" Grayson asked. "By activating the last echo seed. Ending suspense." A deadly decision. The location of the final echo seed was projected across the fleet. It was buried deep inside Zarkali Prime, the enemy's homeworld. Grayson didn't blink. "We're going in," someone shouted. "That's suicide!" He turned. "Maybe, but I'd rather die trying than watch Earth vanish under a silent sky." The room went silent, then slowly, one by one, hands went up. "I'm with you. Me too. Let's show them what humanity really is." "You messed with humans? Bad move. They came to erase us." "We taught them how legends are born." High stakes, visual, emotional. The skies above Zarkali Prime boiled black. Ash clouds twisted over spiked towers. The planet reeked of smoke, metal, and war. From orbit, it looked like a dying beast, still breathing, still dangerous. But inside the main fortress was the last echo seed, and Commander Grayson Hawk had come to claim it. Behind him, the resistance fleet dropped from slipspace. 400 ships, old and new, human and alien, glowing with echo energy. They had one mission: stop the World Eater, or Earth dies. The countdown had begun. The final invasion. Grayson led the charge aboard the Phoenix, his armor now fused with echo alloy, glowing with faint blue energy. Beside him, Elin, The last of the first builders walked silently, her silver skin shimmering with light. "This is where it ends," Grayson said. "Or begins," Elin nodded. "Let the stars remember what they forgot. They launched in stealth pods, cutting through Zarkali defense grids, landing deep in the heart of the capital. The streets were chaos, alien soldiers, firestorms, echo pulses shaking the sky. And still, Grayson moved forward, unstoppable. The awakening of the seed. The final echo seed was hidden beneath the old throne room, protected by walls of living stone and ancient tech. Grayson reached it first, a glowing orb, pulsing like a heart. Sat inside a crystalline chamber. He reached out, again, and the chamber responded. Flash visions. A storm of images. Earth, Elysian 7, Ghost Fleet, the children, Elin, Rowan, the World Eater. And one final line of ancient code. The eye opens when blood and memory combine. Elin. Grayson gasped. "I need your help." She stepped forward, touched the seed beside him. Light exploded. A shockwave raced across the planet, knocking out Zarkali ships, disabling weapons, blinding senses, and in that moment, Grayson saw, not just with his eyes, he saw through stars, through time, through every version of humanity. We were never meant to stay small. Echo wasn't just a weapon. It was an invitation. The World Eater arrives in orbit. The sky tore open. The World Eater entered, a black leviathan, with mouths of flame and a gravity field that tore asteroids apart just by passing them. Admiral Lysandra Vale watched from the fleet command deck. "It's bigger than anything I've ever seen. It's powering a planet-killer weapon. 30 minutes to Earth range. Hold the line," she ordered, "no matter what." The final fight on the ground. Grayson stood on the highest tower of Zarkali Prime, arms raised. Echo energy swirled around him. Elin beside him, silver eyes glowing. The echo seed rose into the air, vibrating with power. "Now," Elin whispered. "Let them see what they feared." The seed fired. A beam of light into the sky, striking the World Eater. Dead center, the Zarkali ship screamed. Its systems collapsed. Its shields failed, but it didn't die. It opened, and inside, a Zarkali hive mind, screaming rage across frequencies never heard before. "You will fall. You are lesser. You are flawed," Grayson shouted back through the broadcast. Voice amplified by echo. "We're human. We're flawed. And that's exactly why we win." The choice that changed history, Lynn, turned to Grayson. "If we combine fully, I don't know what will happen. You may not survive." Grayson looked up at the burning sky. "We don't fight to survive. We fight to make sure they don't." They touched hands. If you enjoyed this video, like this video, subscribing, and clicking the bell icon to stay updated with fresh content every day.